Good morning, everyone. Kelly, it is totally fine for you to be a lurker this morning. My name is Karen. I will be your host this morning in the chat. I haven't worked with Maya in so long, so I'm thrilled that she's here supporting us in the chat. She is absolutely one of my very favorite stage managers. She actually can help with some of the techie questions that I struggle with when I'm stage managing. Is there anybody that this is their very first social? April, it's good to be seen. It's good to be here with you guys. If this is your first social, would you throw me in the chat just so I can kind of know where we're working from? Okay, it looks like there's no newbies today. That means that we can dig. Oh, Danielle, welcome. Watching the sunrise with a daughter. Sardi, that sounds awesome. Good morning, everyone. Okay, so those of you who have been with us a while, my first social with me. Okay, Susan, welcome. Teresa, thank you. Yeah. Um, this is kind of a strange one because we're going to be in the September for our Rosebud Thorn. And our cover says September, but we're actually going to be moving into our October. If you do not have a September journal, that Rosebud Thorn can be done on a notes page, a scratch section, your weekly section, or even a sticky note. So totally fine to do that. Oh, and I'm so sorry, Jennifer, about your dad's passing. It sounds like it was a heck of a month. So let's let's make October the best that we can possibly make it. Make sure your chat is set to everyone, newbies. This is a screens off except for me. I'm the only one who has to be on camera, so you can totally be in your pajamas with your coffee cup and your fuzzy slippers, and there is no problem with that at all. You can be as active in the chat as you want to be or not, but if you don't want just me and Maya to see it, please double check that you do that pull down. You'll see it in the bottom left-hand corner to everyone. Some iPads will actually revert. So make sure that if you're going back and forth between things that you do select everyone. I'll leave that up there for a second. Our guidelines, they're pretty straightforward. Just know that you are here to take care of yourself. We're here to be kind to ourselves and others, and everything here is ultimately confidential. Even if you see a Silk and Sonder person in the wild, what happens here stays here. It's like Vegas. If you have any kind of issues, like your journal's missing a page or your dog ate it, unfortunately, Maya and I, we are contractors. We cannot help with that. hello@silkandsonder.com can help with that, but they are kind of a Monday through Friday team. So if you email them on the weekend, give them a little bit of time. That's also true for uploading socials. Nicole, it's good to see you here. And then any kind of questions you have about pins, stickers, etc., please put them in Sonder Club versus here. But do know that Silk and Saunders has some pretty fun offerings for stickers right now, some monthly as well as some evergreen ones. Marty, you're saying hello from Denver. That's where Maya is. I am coming to you outside of San Francisco. So we are finishing up strong this month's theme of knowledge. Our agenda is that because we are straddling 2 months, we have a very special bonus mind map that is not offered in your journal anywhere. It is only here at the social. So it can be done on a notes page or another place. Oh, yes, Megan, it is good. I haven't been doing very many weeklies at all. Those of you who may not know, I recently, less than a year ago, opened a Pilates studio, and it has taken a lot of my time, and I want to make sure that I don't overcommit myself and take care of myself. That being said, I want you all to know that today and tomorrow are my last socials for 2 months, but I will be back. Unfortunately, I am having to get a full hysterectomy, and I have been bedridden 3 days a month with endometriosis pain. And so I didn't want to commit and then leave the team in a lurch. So you might see me if someone needs a last minute sub and I'm feeling good, but know that I am not disappearing. I am just making sure to take care of myself and give myself that time to heal, which hopefully sets an example for you guys as well. Thank you so much for those of you sending those warm vibes. It is a little bit scary, I'm not going to lie about that, but I will be back. So we'll do our Rosebud Thorn, and then we're going to set up our week. This is an interesting one, and I will absolutely say that I did not write this one out. it kind of eluded me a little bit. I'll talk you through the way I am processing it, but I wanted to let you know that not all prompts resonate with all people. And even us as facilitators don't necessarily relate to the prompt and need to sit with it for a while. Um, so our elevator pitch is, imagine you have only 30 seconds to captivate someone's attention and leave a lasting impression. What is the core essence of who you are, both personally and professionally? How can you distill your unique experience, skills, and aspirations into concise and compelling statements? Explore your passions, values, and goals. And if you've done that core value work, that might be a good place to start. What problems do you solve, and what unique perspective do you offer? You will know, for me, I think about myself professionally and personally. I feel like what I've chosen to do in the last few years is kind of find the intersection of what it is I am doing personally and professionally. Yeah, Maya, I agree. The bullet points definitely may be a good starting point. So for my bullet points, I know that I my biggest core value is being authentic. That's why I have no problem coming up and telling you that I'm getting a full hysterectomy and a robot's going to do it. And, I couldn't come up with this prompt on my own. I feel like authenticity is one of my biggest core values and something that's deeply seated within me. The second thing is like I mentioned, I'm blending my professional and personal life. That's why I absolutely, um, you guys are so great. I absolutely believe that's why I am a facilitator. And even though life is really busy for Silk and Saunders, because I believe for us to have full health, it's mind, body, and soul. So I find that a lot of people, especially, and I'm making a blanket statement. So if you're a fitness instructor and you are here, I'm not applying this to you at all. But a lot of fitness people are very rigid in what it is and not realistic about what life is supposed to be. And they don't necessarily take care of their mental health. They're all about the physical, but not the mental. And then a lot of the times I will find that the mental people are not taking care of themselves in the physical. So for me, my elevator speeches, I feel like I can blend the two by being authentically real about my pitfalls and the things that I am able to do. So I want to share something that Kimberly L shared in the last one. Let me see if I can get command Z. Dang it. Okay. I'm going to type it in a second when you guys are working, but it is, I help, do, so they, because I value. So, oh, Maya already got it. She's so fast. Okay. So if you are struggling with this, that framework might appeal to you. I made sure to save it from the chat last night because I thought it was amazing. So I'm going to go off screen and give you some time to work. Remember, bullet points, maybe even a T-chart, professional versus personal, and circle where they intersect. Maybe it's a Venn diagram trying to find the section of the two. This may not be a written out prompt. It might be more brainstorming. If it is like a stream of consciousness, that's also absolutely great. So going off camera and giving you some time. And I am curious, for those who are Zennials and above, if you can place this song. Oh my goodness, you guys are cracking me up in the chat. If you missed it, Marty's like, me folks, I don't understand. I just hide in my house when I'm not at work, and I feel that in my soul so much. And then Elena, I think that's a really, really good comparison of the fact that it is kind of like when you are on an online dating app and having to describe yourself. Um, yeah, if you are not done with this, do not worry. I'm still a work in progress on this one as well. It's not an easy one to dig into. This is probably one of those ones that you need to like walk around or take a shower, and the answer is going to come to you as you ponder it. But remember, this time we have together does not mean that you have to complete it in this time. It's just the time that's allotted. So feel free to leave it and kind of go on, go on and revisit it when you're ready. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, going on to our rosebud thorn. If you have the September journal, this is going to be on page 56. So remember, the rose is a highlight, a bud is emerging opportunity, and a thorn is definitely a challenge. So a rose for me this week is that though this is very hard for me, I am a Pilates instructor and I'm very dedicated to my practice. But right now, with my abdomen being so inflamed and miserable, Pilates is not a good choice for me. Anything with flexion just adds pressure to my belly and it's pretty miserable. But my rose is that I work with a personal trainer in a weight room and I was able to go in and I'm still able to be active and lift heavy weights. I just can't do any of the flexion. So that's my rose, that I can still kind of stay active. My bud, it's emerging opportunities happening today. At my studio, I'm hosting a self-care retreat for an hour and a half. It's called Honey Haven. We're going to do a nice stretchy reformer workout. We're going to make honey sugar scrubs, honey beeswax candles, and as soon as this is over, I'm making cucumber and strawberry tea sandwiches and macaroons to go. I hope I said that right, to go with our different honey and tea tasting. So I'm excited. That's an emerging opportunity. I find it's really hard to engage my clients. We're a very athletic studio. So getting them to come to the athletic things is very easy. Getting them to come to the self-care things is definitely harder. So I really try to put a lot of effort and love into this to try to get people to understand self-care in a different way than just physical, which we have no problem here at Silk and Saunders doing. So know that you're doing great, because that is awesome. Well, Teresa, I'm working with a mastermind, and hopefully someday I will be able to franchise and be able to bring other people on board. Fingers crossed. Okay, so I'm going off camera. I'm going to give you time to be working on your rosebud thorn. Feel free in the chat to let us support you if you are struggling, if you've just gone through this horrible hurricane or you've had a recent loss. Let us support you and lift you up. And if you had something wonderful happen, any of those life celebrations, or heck, a small celebration like, hey, I did my habit tracker all week this month, or all week. Let us celebrate you there too. Welcome back. Um, I loved reading what was happening, and some of us have had a rough month. I am absolutely one of those people who did. Um, Jennifer, I hope that that interview goes amazing for you. And Nicole, I totally believe in manifestation. It doesn't always work for me, but there have been times that I've gone to sleep and asked the universe for things, and the next day, those things have actually happened. So, higher power, manifestation, whatever you want to call it, sometimes it really does come through for you. So, let's dig in and get ourselves prepared for our absolute time together of what we came for is to be able to prepare ourselves with a fresh start, a fresh month, a fresh week. So we're going into October and we are on page 26. Going into that weekly planner. Now, if you are someone who loves fall and winter like I do, and you want to dive into that Hughie. I don't know if I said that right. I've tried 100 times. I've like listened to it 50 times, but nonetheless, if you are wanting to dig into that cozy feeling, you may want to take a screenshot of this and maybe incorporate some of this in some of the areas of your weekly journal. Here's a 14-day versus a 7-day challenge. If you love this, take a screenshot. I'll leave it up for just a second. I do love fall and I do love those cozy feelings. I really like all seasons. I love seeing the seasons change and what comes with that. If you are new to Silk and Saunders, know that this journal gives us a framework, but does not absolutely have to be the way that we work. So these are some ideas that you can screenshot and use to modify this journal for however it is that you want to use it. Some people get super creative about it. I am not one of those people. I've tried since I started being a facilitator. I've tried like the dream journal and the outfit tracker and the book tracker, and I've tried lots of things, but in general, this journal works for me the way it is set up, but that may not be the same for you. So we're looking at Cherie. Thank you so much for sharing, and I'm so glad that you are um, cancer free. That is a huge, huge rose, and we are all sending you those positive vibes. So this week, I want to feel. How are you feeling today? If you love this, take a screenshot once again. Hopeful, comforted, playful, serene, pensive, energized, creative, cozy, inspired, focused, joyful, grounded, optimistic, loved, relaxed. May be some of the feelings that you are loving. If you're looking for some examples, here are some examples from our Sonder fam. Look, here's someone who did an acrostic in their journal. Some people use stickers, and it looks like someone here has a sticker as well. It could be one word. It could be a word in a sentence. It could be multiple words. It could also be, I want to feel more or less of something. So in the chat, throw in how it is that you want to feel this week. Let's put it out there in the universe. So let's manifest it. So throw it in the chat. How do you want to feel? Jennifer said prepared. Oh, Nicole, it is an old one. These are from 2022. Strong, hopeful, peaceful, relaxed. I love that. Relaxed is a good one. Energized, restored, healthy, joyful, rested, accomplished, thriving, worthy, motivated, focused. Must be 23 because that's definite my script. Oh, maybe it was 23. Prepared, balanced, cozy, grateful, elevated, all the things, all the things. So let's think about this feeling and what goals, habits, and to dos can actually help us embody that feeling. I want to embrace my feelings. I used to embrace instead of feel because it's my word of the year. Corey, I love that. I love that you're doubling down on that word of the year. Sometimes people can forget it. Mine this month is flourish, or this year is flourish. So oh, Corey, I'm sorry that this is a hard month for you. So we're going to go in mindfulness. I love it. So let's go on to our major 3 goals. Remember, just because it says 3 does not mean that you have to do 3. Maybe you have 4, or maybe you have 1 or 2 because you know this is going to be a really hard week. Oh, Mari, I love that. that we have the same word of the year. So, ways to repurpose. If goals does not work for you, maybe quotes, podcasts, movies, TV shows you want to watch. It should say fall reads. I've been doing some fall reading myself. 3 ways to get excited about fall. 3 songs of your week. Explore 3 topics you want to know more about. Maybe 3 recipes you want to do this week for meal planning, or create a mini bingo board. You can see someone did me, home, and work, so they took the goals in a different one. And then we also have work, body, mind. And you can see family, mind, and body. So you can definitely create this to make it work for yourself. Here are some other examples of mind, body, spirit. It looks like Instagram, finish shows, and start trials, journal. Maybe some of these are goals that are work related versus home related. I like the revise, review, complete. That's an interesting framework. Using those stickers always is a good idea as well. So we are going to give ourselves some time. I will leave this one up and pop the other one up in a moment. This song does have some words. I know that's a little unusual, but it's in a different language, so I'm going to go for it anyway. And if you know what it's from, throw it in the chat. It's just such a good, cozy fall vibe. Ooh, I didn't know playing that song was gonna stir so many emotions up about creepiness. I will admit that is a creepy movie, Carolyn. Okay. Weekly to-dos is our next section. We are still on page 26. So, a lot of ways that you can use this. Once again, I usually keep my journal beside my desk and I add to as things come up. I start out at the beginning of the week, but it evolves. And so sometimes mine has different color ink and it becomes messy and there's little scratch offs and such. But it could also be a to-do list of writing the things that you accomplish. That comes from Gretchen Rubin. I love her. Your Eisenhower matrix, if you're not familiar with that, it is a framework to help you figure out priorities. It's over on the top right hand corner. The Pomodoro technique. I actually downloaded this app recently. I'm trying to use it of 25 minutes on, 5 minutes off. I'm not gonna say that I'm doing a great job at it, but I'm making a good effort. The dread list, kind of eat the frog of the things that you need to get accomplished. It could be things that you want to do for self-care, things you don't want to forget for this week as well. So all of these are ways that you can do it. Here are some other ideas: a bingo board and exercise. It could be your steps, it could be listing what workout you're going to do if you're following an online fitness person, or maybe if you're going to a physical class. You could do need to, want to, things that you wanted to bees. You could do your mind map here. So there's a lot of different interesting ways to utilize this. So I'm going to go off screen and give you some time. If you're repurposing yours, let us know. If there's a huge to do, that frog that you need to eat, let us know. Ooh, a couple of things came through in the chat that were really good. Sharon saying lately she's been using the section to list my core values so I have a visual reminder. I have too many areas with lists that I could kind of cross over for do's, goals, wants, shopping. So I shuffled and simplified this portion to get back to the basics. Sharon, I love that. Recently, Maya and I did a seminar about being in your sweet spot. And one of the things that the presenter talked about was that if you are not living by your core values, you're not going to be in that sweet spot. And I definitely have not been in that sweet spot lately. And so I love that idea. And I think I may revisit that myself. And if you haven't done Mayhaw's training on the core values, they're actually really good. And then Georgie said, I have a game I got on STEM. Shifted on me. That is a focus tool, has a lo-fi playlist timers, list journals to help me stay focused. While I'm at work, the more you work, you unlock a little spirit companions to help you. Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, can you share lo-fi spirits? That sounds amazing. I think I'm gonna try that. That sounds so fun. Okay, anything to be able to make me more productive, right? We're heading into our habit and activity section next. Here are some ideas and habits. I will say some of these are a little bit repetitive, but it may give you some inspiration. Breathe in fresh air daily, move your body for 30 minutes, prioritize sleep, eat a salad, try a new healthy recipe, take a walk at lunch, use the stairs, wear sunscreen, drink green tea. And if you didn't know, you can get a decaf version. Cook at home, read food labels, cut back on alcohol, journal, practice gratitude, eat less meat, make healthy freezer meals, listen to music. Maybe you find a new playlist that you listen to first thing in the morning when you light a candle. Meditate, smile at yourself, laugh often. Maybe you make it a priority to listen to a funny podcast. Invest in your future, schedule date nights, have more nights with friends, watch less TV, limit the news. Give yourself a compliment, get outside, prioritize and plan your day. Automatically transfer money, develop a morning routine. Visualize your ideal day, develop a night routine, write down your goals. You're already doing that. Limit your screen time, eat a salad or a smoothie, be playful with your kids, volunteer, track your finances, have a family dinner, track your progress, drink a morning glass of water. Maybe you add lemon to it. Volunteer your time, read to your kids, fail often, review and reflect, compliment a stranger, compliment yourself, do something scary every day. I will say I had a woman in class on Friday, and she's a cancer survivor and she's in her 60s. And she came to one of my hardest classes. It's a reformer jump class. And she goes, once a month, I choose to do something really hard every month. And so that morning she woke up and went to a 6 a.m. kickboxing class. At 5 o'clock, she went to my class, and at 6:30 p.m., she went and did another kickboxing class. How amazing is that? I just am so in awe of this woman. And she just got off the wait list for my event this morning, so I'm excited to have her. Here's some other ideas. Remember, you can put numbers against it. If that freaks you out and gives too much pressure for you, leave the numbers off. You can add more lines. You don't have to fill in every line. This is yours, and you can do it however it is that works for you. Here are some other examples, maybe putting those X's in there. Here's one on the right-hand side. See, adding shower on there. Sometimes when our mental health isn't good, that is something that is hard to do. Give yourself grace for that, add it to the list. If it's something easy for you to do and you need to give me, that is also absolutely fine to do. So I'm going to go off camera and allow you some time to work. Okay, we are moving on to our next section. We are on page 27, digging into the meal plan. Once again, I am someone who definitely uses this as is. It's funny, Katie always calls it side B. For me, it actually takes more time. So if you actually use your meal plan as a meal plan and your shopping list, I do not mind if you're running around your kitchen seeing what things and writing them down while I'm presenting. Absolutely how I use mine for sure. Here are some examples of those meal planners. I know Jen O uses it to keep track of her leftovers so she doesn't poison herself or her husband. It could be a food tracker, so you could leave a link and track what you're eating. It could be your protein intake, your veggie intake, affirmation scriptures, school, study tracker, exercise tracker, cleaning plan, gratitude log, mindfulness activity, end of day reflection, affirmations, 7 types of rest, a packing list, a wardrobe planner, medical condition focus tracker, self-care planner, weekly favorite. Any of those are ways that you can totally utilize it. Mine, I usually try to plan out about 3 meals, and usually something comes up if I plan more than that. And then on the weekend, I have flexibility to be able to go shopping and fill in those 5. And then, it's either leftovers or fend for yourself or go out to eat on that other day. So that's kind of how I end up working mine out. Here are some other examples where someone's like used it for their fitness, um, exercise, meditation, book and dinner, health tracker, or using it to kind of a little small reflection every day. Um, Claire, I feel you on that, but you know what? I found that some of my very best recipes is when I go and I got a food box and I throw into Google 3 of those ingredients and then I cook something based on that. So that maybe takes away your overwhelm a little bit. Marty, it happens so easy. It's so easy to be able to gain that weight. I'm going to go through all of this section and then give you guys some time to be able to work. Our mind body health plan. Here are ones that you might consider taking a screenshot of. Of course, I'll run through these slides while you guys are working. Positive things to be able to focus on, like self-care, clean, digital detox, delete, donate, health, energize, or Mother Nature Monday, Tech-free Tuesday, breath work Wednesday, yoga Thursday, mindful Friday, self-care Saturday, meal prep Sunday. Yo-yo nights, yeah. You're on your own. Daily intentions, weekly check-in, maybe build your weekly self-care plan of I feel versus I need. Maybe it's something I did well this week, some way I loved others this week. 4 types of self-care, how to practice it. So maybe emotional, physical, social, mental, and diving into those. Here's some other examples. It could also be a reading log. It could also, on the right-hand side, I like this one. She's using it to help build her morning or evening routine. Here's someone who did like their social, spiritual, mental, creative, social, and physical. So they're leaning into those types of health. Our shopping list. Here's some other examples of this one. You got bingos, you got your morning routine, self-care. It could be a fun place to put quotes, a packing list, Wordle, any kind of game that you're doing, scores, mindfulness activity, routines, cleaning chart, mini bingo board, prayer list, drawing doodles, tracking, caretaking tasks. Here's some other examples and some fun little self-care. These are from Katie I stole. They're so fun that are a little Halloween-y. And then I am loving. Ooh, that's the last thing. I was going to share some examples of ways to utilize your notes page. So I am going to put some music on and give you a chunk of time to be able to work on page 27. Okay, so Erin shared a awesome app that for meal planning called Mealime, Mealime. A lot of us are looking at it and thinking that that is definitely something worth looking into. I also wanted to share, I love to do the smoothie challenges and such. There is a soup challenge that is going to go on. It's free and they give you the free recipes. They are all plant-based, but there's no reason you couldn't add protein to it. Simple green smoothies is it? And every time I've done it, it's really been super helpful for me mentally and physically to be able to have that something to kind of reset me. So just FYI. We are heading towards the end of the social, but before we get there, I wanted to share if you are new or if you are not new and you're looking for ways to utilize your notes page. Over here on the left-hand side, this is mine from a long time ago because you can see the theme was play. Um, Things that I wanted to remember from my magazines, but I didn't want to keep the magazines. I created a collage on it. Thank you, Maya. Viral generosity. Here's someone doing Zen tangles. Shuri, Maya just threw that link in right above. How awesome is that? Some people have created a reading log for the month, other types of collage, things that are making them happy. Getting all their self-care out there, maybe doing a prompt from the AI or even from our app. Here's someone who spent some time doing, I don't know what you want to, I don't know if you would call it a mandala, but this beautiful kind of drawing. And then maybe even creating a flow chart for your day to help you with those routines that you are establishing. We want you to share your weekly planner. That's where we get our examples from. Yeah, that one was trust me, my journals never look like this, never are beautiful like these versions I am sharing. Mine is a working document that serves my purpose, but it is not a scrapbook by any means. But we would love for you to be able to share in Sonder Club. Refer a friend is going on still. You can upgrade to your annual and save money. So if you are loving Silk and Saunders and committed and you have it in the budget, that will save you money in the long run. If you're looking for surveys, you definitely want to fill that out, telling them maybe days that socials work really well. If you're looking for maybe the journal prompts more than once a week, or you want that cooking social back, et cetera, that is where you put it. YouTube link is in the chat. Maya's going to throw it in. Remember, this is a private link. All the music will not be there. The chat will not be there. It takes a few days for it to be uploaded, but I think there's about over 700 socials that you could visit on demand as needed. So I love that. My playlist, you guys really loved it today. I'm going to share two playlists with you in just a moment. The one that I was playing this instrumental, and then I don't know, this may not appeal to everybody. There is a viral book right now called The Pumpkin Spice Cafe. It is a little bit spicy, not as spicy as 50 Shades of Grey spicy, not that spicy, but at least Harlequin romance spicy. You may enjoy it, you may not, but the playlist is great. So I am going to throw that playlist in as well so that you do not have to make it. It is a great, cozy fall vibe. I hope to see you in a couple of months, and I'll throw those playlists in the chat, and I will lead us out with one of the songs from the Pumpkin Spice Cafe. Have a great week. Go slay.